Morning. I've been up doing a few things, just impromptu. Actually, it's weird, you know how it is. But yeah, I was up and I said, you know what? I was doing a couple of other things, and I said, you know what? I might as well go ahead because I had been using my garlic tincture, and I'm thinking I'm going to use it for the entire month or whatever. So I said, you know what? I better because I'm getting low. I have a bottle that's a little bit bigger than this, and I'm almost. Oh, you know what? Is that up? You know what? Give me a moment. Let me really check my. Let me check my my stash here because oh boy, sometimes your inventory. Give me a moment. I apologize. I just thought about. I forgot about my my other stash, but I knew that I had like a bottle that's bigger than this left, and I had some that was in another bottle about the size of the size of this, and I was like, oh, you know what, I should make up another batch. Dandelion, goldenrod aster, and yeah, mullein, hawthorn, hawthorn. Okay, good, great. So I am out. Well, not out, but I should re-up, start making some because it takes about 30 plus days for it to sit and tincture, and extract and macerate and blah, 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 all those technical terms and whatnot. So I was like, let me make some. I said, but let me bring you guys along because you also may need this or want to use this for yourself. What I've done already, it's been about maybe about 25 minutes now but for 10 or 15 minutes I've crushed them, of course, and I for maybe more than 10 or 15 minutes now I have allowed them to sit because that allows the allicin, the enzyme allicin, to produce, which makes it more beneficial. So I'm getting ready to make this tincture. So I wanted to bring you guys along with me because you also may need the benefits or need to benefit from a garlic tincture. Now, if you're not familiar with tinctures, they're like folk medicine. And what is done with the tincture is it is used, it's tinctured or macerated or extracted, like vanilla extract, it is extracted like that in either alcohol. Some people do apple cider vinegar, and some people do glycerin. And I have not done glycerin or apple cider vinegar, but I want to try the glycerin one. The reason why I started doing it alcohol, so I do alcohol. The reason why I started doing alcohol because it was more accessible. Well, I shouldn't say accessible. It would seem easier to me, and the shelf life was longer. So I said, let me do that method first and try it and whatever. And so far, I like it. This is my first time making garlic tincture. I can't even see the date on it now, but it looks like year 2023. I can't even see the date on it. I'll have to check. You know what? Let me see if I can get some eyes on it. And if I find my eyeglasses, that might help me possibly see what the date on it is. And they last longer, up to 5 plus years. It says I started at March 7th. Oh, so it was okay, so it was this year. So March 7th until like 4/18/25. And this is rum and vodka because I guess I had more vodka left over. So I did both. I have lots of tinctures. Well, not lots, but I do have several different tinctures that I do use or that I have created and I've had to use, and I create them because I've had to use them. So what I used to use, because that's how everybody, when they teach you about vodka, 80 proof vodka, which is 40% alcohol. That is what they normally teach you. So what I did, and most of my tinctures, that's how they started out with vodka. But then I say, you know what, because you can use brandy as well. And I say, you know what, let me use rum. And yeah, so far the rum has been good, and it's got a sweeter taste. It doesn't have that burn like vodka does. So it's much more mellow, and it's more palatable for an individual to take. So, and if you have any questions, let me know if you want to see the other tinctures that I have and their medicinal purposes, because I have several of them that have really helped me, and God has the one that has led me to all of these folk medicines or medicinal natural medicines, holistic, whatever they call it. But anyway, so I am going to be doing the folk method. But let me get started, because I need to chop these up first before I get started. Let me wash my hands again, because I have been touching. Yeah. So I said, yeah, let me go ahead and take you guys along with me. Somebody might be helped by it. That's just how I am. It's just how I am. I enjoy helping people. It's just my nature. And that's, I have the nature of God. So, so anyway, so let me, are these dry enough? I hate undry hands. I don't think that your hands are clean until they're fully dry as well. Let me put these glasses back. Okay, so let me peel this garlic and whatnot. I'm going to also rattle off some of the benefits, the health benefits of the garlic. I only use one clove as well. I mean, one bulb. I'm not sure how many. This was the last tincture that I did. I do keep the remnants or whatever is left. Like I did a cayenne pepper one, and I did use ground cayenne. So once the tincture was done, there was no way I was throwing away that. So what I did was dehydrate it, and we're using it for seasoning. So because actually, which would turned out great, because I was actually almost out of my ground cayenne. I do have other hot pepper mix blends or whatever, but the cayenne one, the benefits of that one. So yeah, I didn't, of course I wouldn't dare throw this away. This is, it's already, it's extracted, but it still has health benefits and whatnot. You can cook with it. You can, if you get sick or feel like you're coming down with something or whatever, you just like me, I love the taste and the smell of garlic. Oh my goodness. You think I love lime, the smell and the taste of lime. Oh my goodness. I love the smell, the fragrance, excuse me, not the smell, the fragrance of garlic. So this is from the last batch. So I'm not sure how many bulbs I used last time, but hopefully this should be okay. I'm just trying to make up some, just a bit anyway. I'm not trying to do too much, because my situation is always up in the air anyway, so I don't want to have this and then have to waste it or anything like that. I'm just gonna never mind. I was gonna rinse my fingers. You know how sticky these are, especially after you crush them, allow that allicin, the enzyme, to come out. So anyway, so I do eat these raw, maybe not every day, unless I feel like I'm coming down with something, or something is going on, or just to maintain my good health. I like to, eat this just like maybe with a salad. I don't even chop them up. I just eat them just as they are whole. I sometimes, like when I have my popcorn, I'll just throw a couple of cloves in there and just, eat them as I am. You know what? I hope this thing is not muted. Okay, it's not muted. I eat them, just as I'm eating the popcorn, I'll throw one of these in my mouth. So yeah, that's the life of the handmaiden of distinction, the Lord's domestic handmaiden of distinction, who is the Lord's handmaiden of distinction, who is also very domestic. So, so yeah. So this bulb should be pretty plentiful. So yes, that's how I do. Maybe like I said, two to 4 or 6, depending on what's going on or how I feel or whatever I'm eating that day, which is mostly, it's going to be probably popcorn. I do eat my fair share, more than my fair share possibly of, and I don't really throw away anything if it's got an ugly mark. Although a lot of people say, don't put all of that imperfection in there, blah blah blah. I put it in there anyway. I mean, as long as it's not something rotting or something like that, of course. But yeah, so some of the health benefits anyway. So yeah, that's how I eat it. But some of the health benefits, of course, they're antioxidants, which, helps with oxidation and oxidation damage and free radicals. It's also an anti-inflammatory, so it doesn't make inflammatory statements about you. Bump. That was just a little joke, just a little humor. So yeah, it's anti-inflammatory, of course, good for if you have cholesterol, high blood pressure, any kind of heart problems, circulatory. What else is it good for? Let me look at my notes. Let me see. Yeah, so yeah, basically that, good for cardiovascular, blood sugar, blood pressure, high cholesterol. It's antimicrobial, of course, so antibacterial. And it's an immune booster, and it just has so many other health benefits. Really a lot. You can go ahead and kind of do your own research on that. But yeah, it does have a myriad of health benefits, and I love it. It's really helped me. I was having an issue with my eyes at one time. Actually, it has occurred before, but I've had an issue because the thing, it wants to be a friend of mine, but I don't want it to be a friend of mine. But the eye issue, it just gets rid of it. I don't need to put any of their steroids into my eyes. I'm going to reuse the same jar. Might as well. Everything is, I'm just going to reuse the same jar and just put this away in the refrigerator where it was, so that I can be using it and eating it. Uh-oh. Thank God my counter is clean. So yeah, I don't take their eye drops. I don't take any of their pills or anything like that, by God's grace, because these are the ways that He has shown me to, to improve my health, or if something happens, whatever. Because sometimes we live reckless lives. We don't live. We eat what we want, we do what we want, and all of that until something happens, and then we have to, So I was talking to God. I said, you know what, Lord, it was something that actually really happened, and I was like, Lord, there's no way I could be using my money for medicines such as this, number one, and number two, there's no way I'm going to be administering these things to myself. I am not going to take my own hand to hurt myself. Okay? There's no way. So, yeah, so I was like, this can't be. And I was praying about it. And I was like, you know, show me a way. Because before, what happened was it during COVID? Yeah, during COVID, as a matter of fact, you know, I had, you know, a couple of respiratory issues that came upon me or whatever. And he taught me how to use mullein. Mullein is a flower, herb, medicinal flower. You might be familiar with it. You might have some growing in your yard right now or wherever, in your garden, your field, whatever. And he taught me how to, you know, well, at first I had to, of course, told me what to, you know, told me how to use it, told me, you know, about it, first of all, told me about it, told me how to use it, how much to use, you know, all of those things. So that's how I got started, you know, with those medicinal things. So since, of course, I have made mullein tinctures. I started out with just taking the tea, you know, and man, that that mullein is good for a lot of things. But respiratory, you got asthma, you got bronchial situations, whatever. This stuff is good, okay? It's really, really great. So I give all glory and honor to God for this, for these various things. So like I said, I'm going to be using the folk method. Now, normally the folk method is you'll probably put a half or a little more than half of the content, the product in here, and then you will fill it up with your extraction material. You know, your alcohol, your glycerin, or your apple cider vinegar. But I don't. So that's what I do. So that's the folk method. There is a method where you measure, but I don't have time for all of that. So this is not full, of course, but I'm going to just do maybe half. That's probably going to be a lot. I'm going to do more than half, a little bit more than half, because I don't want this. Well, I guess I could want it strong. Let me see. So I'm going to be using rum, and this, like I said, it should be when you buy it, it should always be 80 proof, which is 40% alcohol. That is I think some people do go higher, but that is the one that, you know, the proof or the whatever that really helps extract this out. So I'm just going to, like I said, just put so much in. Yeah, I think that should be a good amount. I'm gonna remove this. Yeah, this is gonna be probably strong too, and you know, potent. When I say strong, I mean potent. Like, you know, sometimes when I have that eye issue, I'm hitting this like 6+ times per day. And what I do is, of course, I use a dropper. Now, I don't know this. I just put this in this larger dropper because, like I said, I'm going to be using this a lot for over the next couple of weeks. So I normally have the smaller one. I think it's like 10 milligram or whatever it is, the smaller one. But I was like, I'm always refilling that one. So I just said, let me just put this in this larger one and yeah, go from there. So what you do, you're just going to take the way you would administer it. Let me finish this. Sorry. I don't want anything to come flying in here and what do you call it? Excuse me. I'm just going to, I have a rubber gasket in here. I see something under the gasket. I just want to fix that, but I don't want anything flying in here, you know. this is a live video. Anything could, not even just that it's a live video, but I'm a human. I'm in a living realistic life. You know what? I am going to change the top though. Let me get a new clean top. Yeah. Oh boy. You know what? I think I want to take the gas. Well, no, I'm going to leave the gasket in because I'm going to be shaking this up. So what you would do, you would keep this for, you know, people do it for, some people do it for like a couple of weeks. I do my tinctures for at least 30 plus days, more than 30 days. That's how I do. As a matter of fact, I have the latest tinctures that I do have are it's a lemongrass. I have one that's it's a lemongrass. No, excuse me, lemon balm with lavender, and then I have a separate lavender and a separate lemon balm one. But and they are old. As a matter of fact, I should really just decant them now. They've been sitting for a while. It's probably been since April, and I don't normally do it that long, but I will do 30 to 90 days. Where's this tape ending in? So, well, you know, so every day you're going to keep it. What I normally do is also I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you what I normally do, because what I did this morning, another thing I was trying some goat milk a kefir, so I made that up. So what I normally do is just keep it covered with one of the a band like that, and interesting, very interesting. Where are my anyway. So what I do, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. Well, not off track, but I can multitask. Of course, you want to put the date and the time and the product on here. So garlic, and I just use masking tape. It's much easier for me. Garlic tincture. Today's date is the 28th, if I'm not mistaken, year 2025. It is about 10:20 a.m. That's not necessary, but I like to put the time on stuff so that I'll know, you know, kind of just nostalgically what I was doing that particular day. I like to keep up with myself, you know. So anyway, I got the date, the product, the date, and the time on here. And because that's going to be very important, just put it on top here. And what I'm going to do every day is shake this. That's why I made sure I kept put the gasket in. Sometimes I don't like those gaskets because it'll create a suction, a vacuum, and it's so hard to take these things off. It's like, oh my goodness. And sometimes I'm here by myself, and it's like, oh no, I don't have anybody to help me, except for, if you don't have one of these jar openers, get you one. Mine is raggedy, and I do need another one. But this thing, has helped me so much. So much. It has helped. So anyway, so we're done with that. So like I said, I'll be shaking it every day, kind of keep it in a cool, you know, place. You don't have to have it in a dark place, but like I cover mine so that, you know, of course, light doesn't penetrate it to hurt it. And then I just keep it on the counter in a space so that I can see it and, you know, be reminded that I do want to what do you call it? I do want to shake it every day. So give me a moment here. I do like to clean up my messes as I go along. Yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well. I am doing fine. Like you see, I'm up. I've done 1,000 things already. So you know, it's crazy. I've done 1,000 things already this morning. You know, very productive. Glory to God, full of great energy and whatnot. So I just want to show you my tinctures. I might as well go ahead and decant them. So I think, was this sort of, I don't, oh, okay. I don't have, now normally I keep them in, what do you call the spring bottle, spring what's some jiggums, but I should not have. I threw away a lot of them, but you know, just like a spring top bottle. But I don't have a whole lot of those right now, and then some of them I guess I gave away or whatever. So yeah, I have the lemon balm that's been sitting. This is a lavender, smells great and so great. And then I did, which was, well, kind of silly, but I did it anyway, the lemon balm and lavender blend. And these are good for relaxation, for the nervous system, you know, sleeping, inflammatory, just have so many benefits to it. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and decant them. Oh, let me see what the date is. Oh, this says 5. So this was May. Oh, okay. And they both have, I think they are, well, both, all three of them are white rum. So yeah, 5-1. And that's a long time, but it's okay. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't hurt it. It just actually makes it more potent and whatnot. And I think one day I'm going to be a pharmacist, like really, you know, because I have so many herbs, you know, because I grow a lot of herbs. So I have so many herbs on ground, on the premises, and I have so many, I just have so much medicine to help people or whatever. So I want to decant these, but I don't have, I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a couple of them, just, well, one online. Let me see, what color do I want for the, I think I'm going to use this one. These are my kombucha bottles. I do make kombucha as well as June. I make more June than kombucha now, of course. And June is the cousin of kombucha, another probiotic drink, which is like a soda, especially if you're someone who loves sodas and sugary drinks and stuff like that. If you replace these, you know, like not this, but a kombucha with that, yeah, I think you'll be more satisfied, and it's better, much better for your health. So I have several of these. So I do June's now. Now kombucha is made with black tea. Some people use other teas, but I've only used black tea because that's how I was taught. Black tea and sugar. And June, however, which is they call it a champagne of probiotic drinks, is made with honey and green tea. And it is so awesome because I like it. Make it with jasmine teas also, and the florals. Oh my God, the notes, the floral notes and the flavors are just so delicious. It's so light, airy, and you know, just beautiful. Very nice taste, etc., etc., etc. So I'm just going to show you quickly. Just going to, hopefully I should have stirred instead of shook, but So give me a moment. I'm going to decant this really quickly. Actually, now normally I wouldn't do it like this, but yeah. Let me get a cloth because you don't want any of these. You know, you don't want any of the remnants of. Ooh, smells so good. This is the lavender. Oh no, this is the lavender and the lemongrass. Ah, smells so good. But yeah, you don't want any of the bits in your stuff. So let me get a cloth or something to catch everything. Normally, I was gonna say I don't normally put that in something so narrow. Actually, I'm probably not gonna because I don't wanna wind up. Oh, where are my cheesecloth? I don't want to wind up cleaning up some foolishness, so I'm gonna trade that out. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Give me a moment. Okay, I didn't see my cheesecloth, so yeah, I'm gonna first put it in something wider, and then put it in the. Put it in something narrow because otherwise we already know it's gonna be a mess. So these are just, I like to use a cheesecloth to catch any remnants and do that for my broths, my stocks, anything. These are pretty well used, but these are cleaner ones. But so let me to the side. Let me move this. This looks, yeah. So some people that, of course, they can't drink alcohol, or don't drink alcohol, or don't want to drink alcohol for whatever reason. But this could never make it. You know, the tincture, sorry, can never make you drunk or high. You're not even going to be taking enough for any, for all of that. But it doesn't do that anyhow. So that's why I feel confident. Well, I was going to say feel confident doing it, but yeah. So just making up the strainer so that, I think I should wet this. I probably even should use, let me use some. I was going to use my larger sieve because this is going to, but I'm just going to show you kind of basically. I'm not going to finish it. I'm just going to start it. So I'm just going to show you how I kind of, I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to use this, but only after I decant it from here first, because this smells so good. I love this, the aroma of lavender. So here we go. Good girl. Is that good? Oh, I was saying good girl. You are wasting. Yes, ma'am. You're wasting it, all right. But anyway, let me put it in so you'll see just little by little. Don't try to go too fast, Saida. Yep. And that is basically what I do to decant it. Oh yeah. And of course, I definitely am going to mash this to get all of the liquid out. I'm not going to waste any of my medicine because that's exactly what it is. And you could also, some people throw this away, some people do their compost. This could also be dehydrated and reused if you like. You know, it has given up the ghost, you know, given us all it can give us, but, you know, it still has something to give. You understand? We don't throw away and waste everything. You know what I'm saying? So that is all. But I just wanted to also say that it's unfortunate that sometimes people, they won't take something like this. They will prefer to take the medicines or whatever, the prescriptions or whatever. And because if it doesn't look right, it doesn't look pretty, it doesn't taste pretty, some people they won't take it. But it's really kind of like an oxymoron to me, because you can smoke marijuana, which stinks. It stinks, has the odor, it has an odor, and it makes someone's breath smell some kind of way. It makes your clothes smell all, you know, really bad, just like cigarette smoke. And your fingers, if you were, you know, doing it like that. But you didn't, cigarettes, you know, they could do, you know, smoke cigarettes, you know, drink alcohol, you know, all of these different things. But they, you know, it's really, you know, like the Bible tells us in Romans 12:2, that we need to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. We need to remove the old information and get a new information. That's how you transform. That's how you change your life. That's how, you know, you get that new information, then things will change for you. You can't continue to do the same thing over and over again and think that you're going to get a different result, because it's not going to happen. You must change the information and utilize the information, you know. So yeah, that's how transformations come about, how change comes about, you know. Like people, they say they read the Bible, but they never apply the Bible to their life. They never utilize the principles in order for change to come, in order for healing to come, in order for renewal to come forth, you know. So those are, you know, unfortunately, you know, just like if I had, well, never mind. I was gonna say you try to use an example for something. So yeah, what was I going to say? Let me see. So all of my notes, yeah. So that was yeah. So I said good for blood sugar, good for blood pressure, good for high cholesterol. It's antimicrobial, an immune booster. You know, like if you're coming down with coming down with any sickness, cold, or anything, or you have some kind of inflammation in your body or whatever, you can eat fresh garlic, yes. But you can also eat this and be hitting your body with this like a few times a day or whatever. And this is not medical advice. Let me just let everybody know right now. Full disclosure, this is not medical advice. You pray and seek the Lord on how he wants you to move, or how, you know, see what his instructions are for you. These are the instructions for me and how I go about doing things with him. So yeah, antioxidant, so it does help with oxidation, as well as free radicals, etc. You know, so it's something that, you know, you really should you can look into. Yeah. And then, you know what? Maybe I should save this for another video. Wait, I'll save it for another time. But if you are needed something for menopause or anything like that, let me know. I can do a video on that. So I think that's all I wanted to share with us today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful to you and, you know, inspired you, encouraged you, and, you know, gave you some new information and whatnot. Because we're going through a lot of different things. A lot of us have so many things going on as individuals and whatnot, you know. So anyway, hopefully it was educational, informative, and whatnot. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope that you would subscribe if you are not subscribed to this channel. And I hope that you put on your notifications so that you'll know when I'm going live. I notice you people don't watch my live videos and whatnot. Shame, shame, shame on you. Um, and the notifications, and you can share the video and whatnot. So, and rewatch the video. Yep. So anyway, I'm going to continue with this and get on with the rest of my day because I want it to be a short day. I've been, oh gosh, for the last 2 days have gotten into bed past 10 o'clock, which is something I do not like to do because I need my rest because I like to get up early and do things and be done with things. So anyway, I don't know. I think that was all I wanted to share. And like I said, I am going to put this into here with a label and whatnot and whatever. So anyway, I love you very much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. I thank you so much. Thank God for your life. I pray for your good health. I pray for your salvation. I pray that you will continue to grow in God and that he will continue to show himself to you and show himself faithful to you. Some people, because they're not really in touch with God or have a relationship with him and or whatever, they might have a relationship with religion, but not with God himself. So they don't see him as faithful in their life because they have not connected to him and with him. So I do pray that, you would connect with him, the only one and true and living God. In the mighty name of Jesus, I hope that all will be well with you. Hope that you will have a great day. In Jesus' name. All right, then. Talk to you later. Bye-bye for now.